So this is a coin. What makes this a coin is that the U.S. Treasury said, hey, U.S. Mint, produce a coin, stamp it, mark it, etc., verify it, log it, and put this out into circulation. So this coin goes into circulation, right? And that's what a coin's for. That's what designates this as a coin. This is because the U.S. Treasury said to the U.S. Mint, go and make these coins, make 12,000 of these, that's how many they made, and put them in circulation for the people to use, right? This is back when the U.S. had silver in their coinage. So there's about I think it's like 0.32 amount of silver, probably less than that, I don't know, I forget. So, of course, it's got the Liberty on it, which is Ishtar, the goddess Ishtar, which is not what the U.S. was originally founded on, was these false gods. So I don't like these coins in my collection, so I get rid of them. But, just to demonstrate to you, this is a coin. It's got a ridged exterior. I'm not showing you that because it's in this paper here, but there's a ridged exterior in here, which they do that because they don't want people to clip the coins, steal some silver off the coin. This right here is a silver bullion. What makes this a bullion, of course, this is ridged because it's the Canadian Mint. I'm not sure if it has some level of value in it. Could be. It says $5. I'm not sure if that is a coin. I don't think so. But this is generally considered bullion. This is not a the U.S. Now, this function is different in Canada. It says $5 on it, so I'm not sure what that's about. But the Canadian Mint produces these. This is a bullion coin, 1 bullion. This is also a bullion coin. This is a Philharmonic, slightly tarnished. The tarnish is no big deal. If someone's buying from you and they're talking about tarnish, I'd probably turn around and walk away because this is so easily cleaned and it will look just like that. It's just, oxidization from the air. You can clean it out. This is a silver bullion. Again, this is basically like this. This is bullion as well. Bullion is just the silver in its own weight. There's nothing else mixed with it. It's 0.9999% fine. A coin usually has some silver, some copper, some zinc, some nickel. Bullion has 0.999% silver. So and I'm not a collector, I'm actually an investor. And so as an investor, I buy these bullion coins, but I like to buy them from places I know, right? So I know that other investors and collectors know what a silver maple is, which is this one. You can see how shiny it is. It's very hard to falsify a silver maple. They've built some verification into it. I don't know if you could see some security measures there. It's hard to duplicate that. It's kind of easy it stands out to somebody who's very familiar with how it feels and how it weighs. Same deal with this Philharmonic. This comes from the Austrian Mint. I think it's worth, 1.5 euros. Of course, the silver itself is worth more than that. So I wouldn't sell it or use it as 1.5 euros. But this is a bullion coin, This is 1/10 of a bullion. This is it has a very famous impression on it of Buffalo Bill. That's very common. Silver collectors, investors like Buffalo Bills. I don't know what mint produces this. It doesn't say. So this is called a generic round. It's 1/10 of an ounce. You can see how the size difference. 10 of these make one of these. So 10 of these make one of these. This is silver bullion, which is no different than this right here. No different than this. But this is silver bullion in a proof case. See that? And all the proof case is it just certifies that that this is this is silver bullion, that it there is a number, that it does come from somewhere. It kind of protects it. So usually these will go for a little bit more of a premium because they carry a certification. I'm not sure if this certification has any real legitimacy to it. I think that's a barcode there. Not sure. But typically, silver bullion in this is just certifying that silver bullion, certifying where it comes from. This looks like it comes from Bank of Zambia. 4,000 kawacha, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce that. And this right here, you'll see these a lot in antique stores and stuff. You know, these are rare coins, but this is nothing. This isn't a proof case or anything. This is just a case, just so you don't lose them. Of course, I don't like these kinds of coins because there's Ishtar there from 1901 in our coinage. Now, this is a coin. This was created from the Treasury ordering the U.S. Mint. So is this one. It's a Mercury dime, 1939 Mercury dime. Notice we have these false gods placed on them. Hundreds of years after the founding of America, you know, so you know that this wasn't the original premise that we were on, that we were taken over. And they put their false gods on there, Mercury and whatnot. These are pretty common. You can find these. Liberty nickels, not as much. I don't collect them. I try to get rid of them when I have them, you know. I'll buy them as part of a deal, but that's about it. But there you go. So right here, now this one here, this is a bullion bar. Sizable, weightable difference, you know. So a bullion bar is, you know, in this sense, this is 10 ounces. So here, you know, you have 3 ounces of silver. If I put these 2 ounces together, you can see, if I put these two together and I melted them down, these would be 2 ounces. If I had another 8 of these, I would have this bar right here. I melted them down. Now, bullion bars, you know, they are stamped from a mint. You know, they may not be a governmental mint. Might just be a famous mint. A lot of these mints are quite old, you know, that are doing bullion. They've been doing it a very long time. This right here is 10 ounces. Very sizable, very weightable difference. Yeah. Now, the reason why you'd want these versus these, if I had to down the road, when silver reaches its correct value, if I had to go down the road and let's say I wanted to buy a car, right, I might use that, right? But if a car is worth this much, I'm not going to cut this bar in half. I'm going to waste some of the silver I have. I'll lose silver just cutting the right amount of weight out of this bar to pay for something, you know? So it's better to have smaller coinage. That's the idea behind bullion, 1 ounce bullion. That's also the idea behind these 1/10 bullion coins. And the idea behind actually having, you can get Benjamin Franklin's and stuff. I'll have another video showing you Benjamin Franklin's. You can get Benjamin Franklin coins and JFK coins and don't have Ishtar on them. And those are nice to have. They call them junk silver. Like, this is considered junk silver, even though it's not junk. It's a misnomer. The reason you want junk silver is because there's no doubt that this, I can have somebody look at this, and they see all the markings on it, and they see how it's stamped and all that, and they would know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this coin here was produced by the U.S. Mint and and contains some amount of silver. I think it's like 0.32 or something like that. This has some amount of silver. With this, there's a likelihood of easy verification because it's a Canadian maple. But with this generic round, this is not produced by the Treasury. It's not produced by the U.S. Mint. They're going to want to study this. They're going to want to make sure that this is actually silver. This might take a little more time and a little more arguing that this is silver. They're going to do some testing on it, etc. This, they just take like a credit card. Boom, okay. They take that because they know what it is. Same deal with this. You know, they don't know if this was drilled into and some other metal put in there to make the full 10 ounces. Of course, typically no one falsifies 10-ounce bars, but the larger the bar gets, China's been up to all kinds of tricks, you know, and so that happens. All right, well, hopefully that's a nice little introduction to the difference between bullion and coins. We'll be reiterating that and going over that quite a bit in the days to come. Thank you for joining, and have a wonderful day.